Tally-ho, adventurers! It is I, the magnificent Shovel Knight, here to finally fulfill a promise made by that man with a cup for a head, and play Shovel Knight Plays Shovel Knight! This series has long been in the works, but it is now finally time for the Shovel of Hope to dig through this adventure! And without further delay, let us begin! First things first, what is this? It appears that there is a file already played. Kaiser, care to explain what is going on here?
Okay, I am completely in the wrong on this one because not only have I played this many times, I have also played the other two campaigns as well.
So you mean to tell me that you've already played this?
Seems like a waste of time to me. They're not here to see that. They're here to see us play this.
Yeah, but who's gonna go first?
Clearly, it should be me, since I am the titular character of this particular game.
Nonsense! My campaign is more entertaining!
Please, neither one of you can be original when my campaign is the one that started a new trend for this game and revitalized our series. Okay, all three of you, calm down. We're doing this in order from Shovel of Hope, Plague of Darkness, and Spectre of Torment. Got it? Anyways, Shovel Knight, carry on.
Very well, we shall start a new adventure. And as Kaiser previously stated, we'll be going in order from my story
to my story
to mine. And with that said, let us begin with Shovel of Hope. Let's see, a name. Well, since this is his channel, it only seems fitting to use his name for the registry. Now bear in mind, we are going on quite the adventure, dear friends. So, with that said, let us begin! Body swap. Before you begin, would you like to swap the bodies of any character in the main cast? A tempting offer, but perhaps another time, in another universe. Until that time comes, though, let us begin! Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Of all heroes, none shone brighter than Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. But their travels together ended at the Tower of Fate, when a cursed amulet wrought a terrible magic. When Shovel Knight awoke, the tower was sealed, and Shield Knight was gone. His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter. A vile group indeed. Now, the tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. Spirits revitalized, shovel in hand. Let us dig in for the glory of chivalry. Now, as you can see here, I am equipped with a very special blade, honed in the form of a shovel, which will allow me to dig through and gather as many gems as possible, and to smite my enemies. Take this, evil bug! As you noticed earlier, I can bounce on these enemies for an added jumping boost. As well, it makes digging through obstacles such as these a breeze. Ha ha! Feast upon the riches that you will find within the lands. Ha ha ha! Now, as you can see, we have many perilous enemies to face, ranging from bugs to who knows what else could be. As you can see, bugs seem to be our primary source of problems, but fear not, the power of our shovel will keep them at bay. As such, we can also gather as many gems as we please. Well, gold in this instance, but still. Ah, the magic checkpoint. Should our lives be lost in the fray of battle, we can be brought back to this very point thanks to the magic of this revival scepter. We must wait for the platform to be close. Then we can make our way forward. Begone with you, bug! one must be careful of spikes. One touch from them, and it's game over for us. Be sure to check the walls. You never know what sort of secrets lie beneath the surface. Hence why this shovel is a mighty beast. And speaking of mighty beasts, a vile dragon blocks our path. But fear not, the mighty shovel Pogo Bounce will subdue this creature in post-haste, leaving us riches, foods, and magic alike. Now, of course, we do not have any magic-based items yet. However, later on down the line, we just might find something that will be of use. Regardless, it is keen to stay on your toes. Though we are facing bugs, notice that we did fight a skeleton just moments ago. Though it fell with ease, we must be cautious for future enemies to come. Avast! Slimes aplenty, catching us off guard. But worry not, they are no match for the might of the shovel. Seems this bug wants to quarrel. Fear not, he has been defeated. Now then, dear skeleton, face your end! Ha-ha! What is this? A secret! What do we have here? Nothing but skulls and hidden riches to be found. And a piece of music, apparently. This might come in handy later. I'll hold on to this little treasure. Moving on. Remember to watch out for the spikes. Be gone with you, bug! We may only have 3 hit points, but our skills will propel us forward. As well, we are certainly rich in wealth, but we are also rich in spirit. What have we here? A miniature dragon. Perhaps if we use our pogo jump effectively, we can get the red gem. Ha-ha! Your services are no longer required, dear red dragon. Red dragon? It's green. What am I saying at this point? I am chivalry incarnate. Ha-ha! Now then, what do we have here in this silver dish? Ah, a mighty feast to restore our health back to its peak. Onward! Another checkpoint to get us further along. It's always good to check as many dirt patches as possible as you get hit by an evil slime. Checking dirt patches is a great way to accumulate more gold. Such gold can be used in shops to increase our livelihood as well as our magical abilities. Now what is behind this wall? A trial, of course! Bounce across the bubbles, clear away the dirt, and find your treasure at the end of the path. 100 gold and another sheet of music. These music sheets must come in handy somewhere. We will find them once we get past this introductory stage. Be gone with you, dragon! It is a shame we are taking down these small dragons. They could be useful. My secret senses tell me they are incorrect. I presumed that there was a secret behind that wall. Turns out I was mistaken. Regardless, avast! There are secrets and skeletons aplenty here. But they are no match for the power of the shovel. Ha-ha! Now then, moving right along. It seems that there is a secret treasure chest underneath this bit of land. Let's see if we can find our way to it. Perhaps if we destroy this particular patch, we can get to it. It seems that we are having difficulty destroying this land. Aha! See, we were on the wrong patch. It is moments like this we must be cautious and check every inch of the land. Inside we have riches aplenty. Pink gems are the most valuable. Be sure to collect as many of them as possible on your adventure. Moving right along past the checkpoint, we find ourselves facing more dragons and more slimes. Remember to be cautious. Though you may be invincible as a knight of the chivalry, do not get too cautious. Too much cockiness can lead to your inevitable downfall. Avast! Another mighty bubble dragon has formed! Let us defeat this mighty beast! Ha-ha! The power of the jump shovel is no match for you! You have been bested, good sir. Dear skeleton, do you wish to fight? Apparently not. He thought better to end his life. Such a shame. He could have been a fair combatant. Now then, We seem to have more red gems and another secret. In order to get to them, we must bounce our way through this clumps of dirt. Ha 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 ha. Let's see if we can eliminate them all before we get down there. We have! The slimes again have caused us great harm. It seems that slimes will be our primary source of annoyance. Ah, another pink gem. We have accumulated much gold. I wonder what we can spend this on later. We'll have to get many riches for this type of money. Haha! It seems we have found yet another secret. These levels are bountiful. Another chest, it seems. More gems, which means more gold for our multitude of needs. Hahaha! Such is the ways of the land. No matter where you look, no matter where you turn, there will be treasure for you to find. Now then, we have health and a checkpoint. This seems too calm to me. Let us see what lies ahead.
I knew you'd show your face sooner or later, the cerulean coward! Turn back, Shovel Knight! There's nothing here for you anymore!
Stand aside, Black Knight! I've no quarrel with you! I must return to the Tower of Fate!
Your time away has dulled your senses! Can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress! And her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower! But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me! Steal thy shovel!
Avast, Black Knight! I shall conquer thee, and thy sniveling laughter! You stand no match for the power of my shovel, good sir! We must be cautious. He has a powerful dark magic that he can wield at us, shooting out strikes as well as his own variation of my sword stances. The truth is, he actually learned from me. Such a shame, really. He's using his methods for dastardly deeds, but we will triumph over him. Not much longer, and he will meet his demise. Get closer, you fool. I can handle anything you throw at me. Defeat is the only thing you shall reap today, Black Knight. And with that, we have made our way one step closer to the Tower of Fate. You best run and warn your Enchantress of my arrival, Black Knight. After a hard day's work, nothing feels better than the comforts of the night and a well-deserved rest. But such can only last for so long. You see, even in darkness, even in our dreams, we are haunted by our regrets. Oh, Shield Knight, if only I had been there to catch you sooner, maybe none of this would have happened. But I will make things right. I will find you one day, my dear friend. Onward! The darkness of the land clears, and we have a village to visit. Let us see what villagers await us. Halt! No weapons! We have enough to worry about lately without everyone swinging swords around. Oh, that's no weapon, just a shovel. You may enter then, and don't forget, press up to talk to everyone. Up, you say? I will keep this in mind, Sir Knight. Thank you for such diligent advice.
Hail, traveler! I am but a simple bard, but I have a big problem. I've lost all my music sheets. My entire repertoire lays scattered across the land.
How terrible! Perhaps these music sheets are what you are referring to.
If you ever find a music sheet, return it to me and I shall reward you. Handsomely.
Handsomely, you say? Perhaps in gold that can be later used?
Whoa! You have 2 music sheets! Magnificent! Take 500 gold for each!
500? What a deal!
Wonderful! Let's see here. Oh, you found Strike the Earth. Ah, ostinato trumpet triplets. Is there anything you can't render into pure magic? Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform it for you anytime. Just ask.
Well, if that's the case, play me a song, dear bard. Let us hear. Where is it? It seems that we have lost it. Regardless, let us hear Steal Thy Shovel. Very calming tune indeed. However, let us go with the main theme. Truly, a theme worthy of praise! Ah, just hearing it makes my blood bubble for adventure! Onward! Portage and poultry, mutton and meat. Your maximum health will increase if you eat. Bring me a meal ticket. I'll whip up a feast. Goatician might have some. Now where's that sly beast? Goatician. Greetings, Goatician. Do you have any meal tickets?
Ah, decisions. Should I extend my magic or health? Or just eat a tin can? Why not buy my meal ticket and help narrow my options?
A meal ticket would be most wonderful at this time. Yes, I am most certainly sure. The more health we have, the better prepared we will be. A meal ticket. Hand it to me. I'll get to work on my best recipe. Yes, sir. I'll dazzle your palate in no time or less. So bon appetit and pardon the mess. Messes are no issue for a knight of my kind. Only the finest meals may satisfy my palate. Truly, I am prepared to fight!
Ah!
Do you have any more? Oh dear, that is quite a steep price, dear. I will not be taking this for now. I will have to venture further before I can pay for such a costly ticket. Now then, let us venture onward, for there is much to see, and many knights to fight. The Order of No Quarter have 8 knights in total. Wait a moment. There's a sheet score up there. Perhaps another chance to get 500 gold. I need to wait for you to get closer. Nope, still not close enough. That should do. Do forgive me for this. Your services are not without thanks, mighty Pale Carrier. It is a shame I have to use her that way, but in the end, it helps us to increase our riches. Now then, back to the bard with this. He will be most pleased to have another piece of sheet music.
Oh, you have a music sheet. Please accept 500 gold as a reward.
Of course.
Wonderful. Let's see here. Oh, you found Pastoral. Having my music piped into shopping centers, I suppose it does pay the bills. Now that I have this music sheet, I can perform it for you anytime. Just ask.
Thank you once again, Sir Bard, for your patronage. Now then, onward to adventure, as we make our way to the first 2 knights of the Order of No Quarter. Continue to dance, living hedgehog. You have earned your happiness, for peace and prosperity will soon reign supreme. We have 2 options ahead of us here. We can either face the Pridemore Keep, the lair of the dreaded King Knight, or we can take on the Lich Yard, the lair of the dreaded Spectre Knight. Personally, I prefer to face my demons head-on. To Spectre Knight we go! It's shoveling time! Let us adventure forward into the Lich Yard, a truly demonic and dastardly place filled with ghosts and ghouls aplenty, as well as these electrifying frogs. One must be cautious not to get too close to them, otherwise you will get quite a nasty shock. As you can see, I have taken a few of these hits myself, but nothing will deter my fighting spirit. How about you, electric frog? As we find more gems to satiate our unending greed. Now, one must be careful of these particular gravestones. Breaking them could release a ghost. You do not want to mess with those ghosts. Even the mightiest shovel cannot break them. Oh! One must also be cautious of food plates, for they could contain bombs. They could break walls in an instant. It seems these skeletons are growing stronger by the day. But fear not, we are stronger. And unfortunately, due to my overzealousness, I cannot reach this treasure chest. Worry not, we will find more riches later on down the line. Bounce off of this skeleton's head and move up to find another secret. As permeated earlier, That ghost is unkillable in its current state. We need a very specific weapon. But where we can find such a weapon, I have no clue. It seems we have only summoned another to its ranks. We must retreat for now. Your services have been great, Skeleton, but I must end you. Moving forward through the Lich Yard, we are now deep in the catacombs as we face a massive Lich Demon. I recommend waiting for it to fall and start pogo bouncing on its head. Once it arises, you have a clean sweep defeat. And your health will be fully restored at that. Onward and upward, as they would say. Electric frogs aplenty, ready to zap us of our will and our strength. But fear not, dear friends. We are strong knights of the round. We can handle this. Nothing will defeat our mighty chivalry spirit. Not even the darkness that looms ahead. One must be cautious in these sections. Memorize the patterns with the light flashes, so that way you know where to go and how to approach any given obstacle. As well, be cautious of the blue ghost that follows closely behind. One would not want to be caught in its dastardly grip. Moving right along, though, we make our way through the darkness and encounter an army of headless skeleton monsters. But fear not, a simple bomb will suffice to take out a few of them, and then we can finish the rest. Have at you, monsters! What is this? A secret down below. Let us see what fate has for us across the stones of death. A treasure chest filled with mighty riches, and a pink gem for our efforts. Moving on, we also find a hidden skeleton ready to ambush us. Now then, secret found, moving onward. Now, we have another secret to attain. How we do this? Double bounce our way to our victory. Now remember, stick to the light flashes. They will keep us safe in these trying times. As you can see, the sheet music is within our reach. Make sure that ghost stays invisible long enough for you to make your way back. And be cautious how you jump. Otherwise, you will meet a fate worse than death. Eternity, listening to the dastardly screams of the Lich and all of his minions. This particular skeleton has quite a heavy headdress. I wonder if this could be used somehow. Seems it can be. With enough weight, we can actually lower or rise the platforms of the damned. Such a shame we are using the bodies of the dead like this in order to make progress. But it must be done for the sake of the land. And one must be careful not to fall in the water. Otherwise, your soul will be ripped from your body, only to be heard by the demons of the Lich Yard. Carefully, we must wait for the platform to arrive, smashing the dirt in front of us to make our way forward. Little is known about the Spectre Knight we are about to face. All we know is that he is the last of the Order of No Quarter. Now, if only we knew more about this dastardly fiend, we'd probably assess how to best handle him. Since he is a ghost, we must be ready for any sort of shifting he can do. Which, if you are not aware, shifting means bouncing between one reality and the other. Since ghosts are not of this earth, they can go between the spirit realm and our realm with ease. If the Spectre Knight has this power, we must be ready for any attack he can lay on us. Our first checkpoint. One must be careful now. Things are about to get dastardly rather quick. And one false move, one false jump, can lead to our demise. So tread with caution, my dear adventurers. And always be ready to gather riches where they can be found. Also be cautious of the ghosts that loom in the tombstones. Now, one of these has a very special drop. Not sure which one it is, but one can hope that it is the one of the center. I have been foiled by the ghost, but none shall stop me from my adventuring ways. For the glory of the shovel! Face your end, giant lich monster. Show me your secrets. More gold and jewels aplenty. Soon we'll have 10,000 in an instant. Should be a secret around here, if my memory serves. If not, I have been gravely mistaken. Either way, we are one step closer to that dastardly Spectre Knight. We will not allow him to run rampant in this graveyard. We must also be cautious of how we move. The shadows have only grown stronger. And now we have the platforms that move on rails. Carefully now. Do not want to miss our footing here. One false step. It is an eternity of death and destruction in the Lich Yard. Be careful of the green skeletons that ride the platforms. They could easily knock you off and you could lose your way. Oh! Ugh! It seems that I misjudged my jump and have lost quite a few riches in the process. But fear not, we have an opportunity to regain them. For you see, the bags will remain there as long as we do not die a second time. If we do, those riches are lost to time and space forever. So that's why we must get to them quick before some dastardly monster gets to them first. As well, we must be careful how we judge our jumps. One false step, and it's over for us. Be careful of the ghost. And we have our rewards back. Now, onward! Let us see. We have our health restored, our checkpoint in place. Time to face the Spectre.
This is no place for the living mortal. You shall be summoned when it is your time. And everyone has a time, as we saw with your beloved Shield Knight.
Lies! I won't believe such talk from phantoms! Your very existence is a vile deception!
The Enchantress is just full of surprises. She granted me new life.
So that I may take yours!
Have at you, foul Spectre Knight! I shall defeat you! And then the Enchantress will be next on my list! One must be cautious. His scythe's blade is one of death and destruction. One false swing, and it'll be over for us. One must wait for him to stay still. As he is the leader of the Lich Yard, he can summon the armies of the dead to do his bidding, which makes him a formidable foe in and of itself. But with the right precision and the right timing, as well as knowing when to strike, we can take him down. But remember, since he is the one who controls the Lich Yard, he can control what we see and what we don't. Soon, we must face the darkness once more. Till then, have at you! Oh, a very cautious one. Now we must be cautious. Our health is at its last moment, but so is his. One false move and it's over! I will not allow myself to be defeated by some faker! You have met your match, Spectre Knight! May your existence find new meaning at the hands of your defeat. Well then, that's one of the 8 defeated. With Spectre Knight out of the way, that leaves only King Knight before we can progress. But my bones are weary and I must recharge for the next episode. Until then, thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you have enjoyed up to this point, please leave a like and a comment in the boxes below. As well, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell of notifications so that way you know the Shovel Knight is adventuring once more. Also, be sure to share this video around. I am fairly certain there are people who have been waiting eagerly for this to get through. I'm sure Kaiser has been eager to get this out the door. And with that said, dear friends, this has been the Shovel Knight. Glory and honor to thee! See you next time!